The year was 1918, a time when the world was embroiled in one of the most devastating conflicts in human history, World War I. The war had already claimed millions of lives and left countless others scarred, both physically and emotionally. The world was at war, consumed by conflict and bloodshed. Soldiers fought in the trenches, enduring unimaginable hardships, while civilians back home faced shortages and uncertainty. Yet, amidst this chaos, a silent killer emerged, one that would claim more lives than the battlefield themselves. This unseen enemy was the Spanish flu, a pandemic that would sweep across the globe with a ferocity never before witnessed. This was the Spanish flu, a pandemic of unprecedented scale and ferocity. It struck swiftly and without warning, leaving communities reeling in its wake. People were advised to wear masks and public gatherings were banned in an attempt to curb the spread. It swept across the globe with terrifying speed, leaving devastation in its wake. Entire cities were brought to a standstill, their streets eerily empty as people stayed indoors, fearing the invisible threat that lurked outside. Imagine a world where cities become ghost towns, streets eerily empty, businesses shuttered, schools closed, and the once bustling public spaces fell silent. The sense of isolation was palpable as people were forced to distance themselves from one another to stay safe. Picture hospitals overflowing, their corridors filled with the sick and dying. Medical staff, already stretched thin by the war, struggled to cope with the influx of patients. Makeshift hospitals were set up in public spaces to accommodate the growing number of victims. This was the grim reality of 1918. The Spanish flu did not discriminate, striking down young and old, rich and poor alike. It was a time of fear and uncertainty as the world grappled with an enemy it could not see. The Spanish flu did not discriminate, striking down young and old, rich and poor alike. It affected every corner of society, from the crowded urban centers to the most remote rural areas. No one was safe from its reach. From the crowded trenches of the Western Front to remote villages in the farthest corners of the globe, the virus spread relentlessly. Soldiers, already weakened by the harsh conditions of war, were particularly vulnerable, and the flu spread rapidly through the ranks. It infiltrated every level of society, halting daily life and leaving a trail of unimaginable suffering. Markets were empty, shops closed, and the usual hustle and bustle of daily life came to a grinding halt. The world had never seen anything like it before, and the experience left an indelible mark on human history. The Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even the most advanced civilizations to the invisible power of disease. The 1918 pandemic serves as a